Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and finally I have this project to share with you. I did a sneak peek on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. I don't know, on Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't even know. But it's Thanksgiving right now. It's late in the day here in Washington, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everyone had a great day, whether you celebrate or not. Just, hoping everyone just had a great day. I'm glad to be done cooking. Everybody ate. Everybody's off doing their own thing. And now I have a couple hours to be in my craft room. So I'm going to walk through this project that I did. This is a Country Craft Creations design team project. And I used, Carta Bellas White Christmas collection. And I had got, I don't know if you saw my haul video, but I got singles instead of the collection pack. But I will link the collection pack if it's still available on Country Craft Creations, as well as just to get to all the single sheets. But it's fun doing the single sheets because you get to pick which ones you want. But I'm pretty sure I did still get one, at least one of each. And that's what I used for this album. But I think I got two. It was either 2 or 3 of these, but I think it was 2. And I had grabbed 2 of these cut-aparts because I wanted the cut-aparts in case I wanted to use the trees on the back, but I ended up not doing that. So yeah, so I have still some scrappies left that I'm going to make some things with. And then, as you can see, I have lots of stickers. But first, if you have not joined Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook, you really should. Because I think tomorrow, Friday, Black Friday, there's going to be some things going on for Country Craft Creations as far as like projects that they're going to do together or showcase. And then Saturday, there's another one. And again, don't quote me because my mind is mush. I'm not 100%, but I know there's stuff happening Friday and Saturday if you are a member of Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook. And I want to say Jen, one of our other designers, Palmer, is doing something with this collection as well. And I can't remember what it is. So, I'm going to stop there. Join Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. Okay, so... Oh, real quick, because hopefully I will get this posted tonight. Like, as soon as this is done, I'm hoping it's going to be nice and upload. But if you have not seen on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creation, tomorrow there is a Black Friday sale, 15% off, people. You're not going to want to miss this, so I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm supposed to show it, but I'm so excited about it. I got to share. 15% off. Okay, so... I haven't done a horizontal mini in a long time. I mean, I did one, like a Christmas folio, but not a horizontal mini album in a really long time. So I decided, let me get back to it. So this one is 5.5 by 7.5. So 5.5 by 7.5 with a 2-inch spine, which you guys know I normally do not do big spines because I don't like big albums. Plus, I'm lazy and I just want to hurry up and get things over with. So, the bigger the spine, the more pages you have. But here is my cute little cover. So, I took one of the cut-aparts and layered it on white and then black cardstock, popped it up on just some extra chipboard that I had. And following this, I'm going to teach you guys how I did the signature. I'm not going to build a whole book with you, but I will teach you how to do the signature. So this is from the sticker sheet, and I did mat it on the white and then on the black, and again pop this up with foam squares. These are from the sticker sheet. This is just a die that I have in my stash with white matted enamel dots. And then I just, took some scraps. This is my cover, layered it with red Artisan, which I think is back in stock. I will check and see, but if not, you guys can use any red. This was just the red that I had with me, but any red would work. There's my colors that would go with this as well. So just any red. You don't have to get stuck on exactly what kind of paper it is. Just any red would work. Then here is the spine, and I still might add something to this from the sticker sheet, but here is the back piece. And then I have white seam binding from Country Craft Creations, this red check from Country Craft Creations. It's a little red gingham, and then it opens up like so. And when it is holiday, you guys know I do not have tons of time being in retail. I am all over the place, flying nonstop. It's crazy. But if you want to make something quick and not have to do a lot of thinking, just create one style, page, signature, whatever, and then keep that going throughout. And that's what I did. So all 3 of these signatures are exactly the same. So we're just going to do a quick little walkthrough. There's more room to add if you want to add more embellishments. I just kept this really simple and just did it with, you know, the paper and the sticker sheet. I do have the ephemera pack and the flat back brads, but I have not used those yet. Yeah, I don't think I took any. I don't know if I took something from the ephemera pack, but so it opens up like this, and I want to say this album, oh gosh, now I forgot again. You could either fit, I think it's around 50 full size, whether it's 3x4, 4x4, 4x6 photos. If you had a lot smaller ones and collage, you could do a lot more, but a good 50 will fit in here. And I do have magnetic closures that I get from Country Craft Creations as well. So again, if they're in stock, I will link them. So it does close, and I just had a red ribbon in my stash. Opens up. You have a little booklet here to add photos. So just this alone is 3 photos, 3 photo spots. And then I think this will tuck too. So I backed the stickers, which I normally always do. Backed them on the black cardstock and then just glued down a little corner so I could still tuck a photo in there. And I do have a magnet here as well. And then they all have a pull out. I just took a scrap. So I always do all my like photo mats and everything at the very end. And I look at what scraps I have left, and that determines, am I going to cover the full thing or just the white? So I still wanted to make something else, so I used up my little scraps, and in some cases, I think there was a couple, I can't remember now, that might have been, no, it was not the branding strip. I'll show you the branding strip. This is the branding strip that I used. But then it opens up to this. So I did a similar format all the way through as far as my design papers. So this paper, I think for the most part, there might be 1 or 2 spots where I didn't. But again, I didn't have time to think of where I wanted the paper each time. I just knew I really I love the blues in this collection. So if I was going to get more, I would get more of the blues with the red. So this one is more, you know, the green and red traditional. Then you have the blues with the red. And then you'll see I have another section of the blues with the reds. And then the back is green and red. But I would have loved to just did a book that was with these blues. I just think they're pretty and it's something different. I don't know. What do you guys think? But, okay, so I did like the candy stripe here. So whatever paper was here, I matched it here. Whatever paper was here, I put on this piece like that. So you guys will kind of see. So when it came time, I didn't have to do a lot of thinking because once I had this formula, I just did it all the way through. So we have a cute little cut apart here. I made a tag with the scraps in the stickers. And this is just a belly band that I added 2 pockets to. That tucks in like that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot in the tutorial to cut the pockets. So we might have to do that together, or I'll give you the measurements. It should be fairly quick. And then this is just a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 photo mat so that you can fit a 4 by 4 photo on it. And let's see, I always have one of my kiddos stashed here, so I would cut around the corners. I mean, and a person doesn't have to either. They could just stick it on just like this. And yes, this is my crew, and this is how they are. But this was them a long time ago. My kids are much older. My daughter's almost 24, and my son is 21. just freshly 21. And that's definitely what I'm thankful for this year. If you have watched my channel, you know that my son was sick, but he's doing awesome. He is all clear to go back to work. He's been working since October. So all things are good. I'm definitely thankful for, you know, my son's health, my daughter giving her bone marrow to my son, just amazing children, and life is good. As long as we're breathing another day, people, life is good. Something hard comes our way, just figure it out and get through it. We can do it together. That's my motto. Lots of room for photos. So I just created a little tuck spot here. You can put a 4x4 photo, or you can add another photo mat. You can add pockets here, whatever you want. You can keep it going. But Tiffany gets lazy. And this was already, I thought I was almost done. I think it was on Monday, and I was like, okay. And I took this with me to the hotel because I was going to try to film at the hotel. And I was like, oh, I just need to do some photo mats and embellish. Yeah, it took forever. Okay, so now this is our second signature. So same thing. 3x4, magnet, closes, opens. So cute. Another little booklet. And I did keep this without matting all the inside because I didn't want to get really thick in here and my magnet not work. So just know as you start building this up, if you want to use magnets, you really have to check to make sure it'll still close. But look how cute my little spread is. You guys know I like to have like nice continuations of a layout when a page is open. And then here is the 5x7 photo mat there. And then opens up here. And I did on these ones, I did mat it on the front and back. One, because I was trying to get them to stay. So when I turn the page, it doesn't move, but it didn't work very well. Still moves. And then a 3x4 photo mat with a cut apart. Again, another tag. So it just looks like that. And these are all just scraps left on the table. And I did mat everything that did not have the white background in white, except like if it had the white background, I just left it because why matte and white? It doesn't make any sense. Although there's one little piece in here I had to do it because the piece was too small and I didn't have any more of the paper, but I had to match. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, so it opens up like this. And I did do whatever was right here. I did it right there. So like the reds here, I did red there. And I kept that formula going. Whatever piece was here, I did it right here on this big base. Whatever this was is right here. So I really just tried to keep a formula to make it easy for myself. And again, that's just a tip. You don't have to do it, but you could do it however you want to. So here's the piece. I didn't have any more, and this was just short, like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, whatever it was. So it's matted in white, but you wouldn't have known that unless I told you. So sometimes you just gotta go with it. So this closes up. There's so many like flips and flaps in this, but I do love doing horizontals. I don't do them all the time because a lot of people do pictures like they're always portrait style versus landscape, but it is fun to have just a variety of different options. And then here is the back, which is another green and red spread like I had mentioned. And again, photo mat, cute little tag with scraps. And it's hard to tell because it kind of blended in, but I did do basically whatever I had here, I put on the top of the tag, whatever is in the middle. I put as the little strip, but this one, it just kind of blends, but it's all good. It works. Okay, and it opens up here. And I did just fussy cut these out. There's one sheet that has all these little tags. You could mat them, but I mean, these are just perfect just to tie some string on and use them as is, just on packages and little bags. So those just go in there, and that is it. But like I said, you could fit so many photos in here. Like this little baby. It's a little, you know, a little thickums. A little thickums like me. Okay, so I'm not going to tie it because we might need to look at it when we do the tutorial. So get your stuff ready. because I'm gonna show you. Okay, and grab my things. So what we are going to start with first, because you guys know, again, I'm lazy. I always try to figure out how I can make a page without doing a whole bunch of paper piecing and putting it together, even though I did build this one up. But I just wanted to see, could I make, you know, a signature out of a 12 by 12? So I'm just kind of showing you on this lightweight white cardstock because I think it's easier to see. But you're going to take a 12 by 12 and score at 1/2 inch all the way down, 5 3/4, 11, and then we're going to rotate that page, and at the 7, score all the way down. So you can see where the X's are. That's where we are going to cut out, like those go bye-bye. So let's see if I can do it. I don't know why it's always so dark in here for some reason. So for this one, I'm just coming on the inside of the score line. Let me try to see if that's better. Not really, but. And you could do this in your paper trimmer so it's exactly straight. I freehanded all of mine, and if there was a little bit hanging over once everything was folded, I just trimmed it up. And it was all good. Just take out this little triangle piece, like so. I am not looking forward to getting up at 4 to be at work at 5 tomorrow, Black Friday. Ugh. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, and then we're just going to cut right up the center to the first score line. And this is just a base, and you guys can add the extra things that I did if you want to, but you don't have to. And then we're going to cut this off. So I did come in just on the other side of the score line for this one. And then we're going to cut this off. Now, you could leave this piece on here if you want a pocket on the big part, which would be this inside. So this is, just so you guys can see, this is going to be the little flip up right here, and this is this. So if you want another pocket all the way through, you can do one here. So if you want to leave that, go ahead. Just saying, I'm taking mine off. So there was a nice spot for somebody to do a good 4x7 photo. 4x7, 4x6. Okay, and again, just on the very outside, well, it was trying to be, it's not really, on the outside of that score line. Okay, now, fold our little hinge. It's going to be our closure, our hinge. Let me get my little mat real quick. My room is so dangerous right now. I literally have just been buying stuff and throwing it in here, leaving. It's so bad. I really, like, Christmas needs to get here because on the 27th I get vacation and I can actually, like, clean my room because I'll probably be working 6 days every week up until. Won't have time for nothing, except if I do have time, I want to be able to craft. Okay, so see, I will have just a little hangover, and that's fine. We'll fix it once we get everything just kind of into place. So I just took this one, folding it back. Now we're going to take this one and fold it back. So it has like 2 little wings. And then this little pocket, which we're going to fold, but we're going to check to make sure there's no excess so it folds nicely. And I can feel it doesn't. So we're going to just take off. You can see that it's not quite even, but we're just going to take off a sliver. And you could add a gusset to this pocket if you want to. I just put glue here and here and folded it up like so. which I'll show you in a second. But here is just our basic base. Okay, so now I want to do it. I'm going to show you guys on the black cardstock. So we have everything here. So this is our front. This goes on to the hinge, which I probably should get that and show you guys what we'll need for that. So when you put your book together, you'll know. Okay, so first, let's glue a little flappy doody right there so we can have a closed pocket for our page. Now it's all hot in here all of a sudden. It's probably because I have all these lights on that do nothing for my videos. Okay. So that is together. So burnish it really good so it has a nice good seal. There we go. Okay, so we close that pocket. Now we're going to close this one. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, don't close this one until you do your design paper. So that way, you know, you could do your design paper first and then seal up the pocket, because otherwise you won't be able to get it under there. So that's what that will look like. So let's go to the front. So this is the front where it opens up like this. This will go on the hinge. So first, what we need is really hot. We need, and you are going to make 3 of these, so you need 3 of everything that I'm showing you. Did I do that right? Yes. Yeah, 3. 3 of everything. Okay, so first let's do the pocket. So you need a piece that is 2.5 by 6 1/4, and then we score it on 3 sides at a 1/2 inch. So goes in, 1/2 inch, turn it, and then go down 1/2 inch again, rotate it one more time, or you could go, you know, 1/2 inch on each end, like that. So let's just, and if you guys can't see when that thing's right there. So I just go through at the intersection. Can you, oh, I hate that you guys can't see. Sorry, I'm hitting the phone now. Oh my gosh. Now the phone is tilted. Hold, please. Let's see if I can get it to, okay. Is that better? I don't know. You guys, I really think I'm going blind. Okay, so right through the intersection, and then we're gonna just miter that corner. Now we need to do the same thing with this side. So right through, you can, people do it all different. This is just easy for me. I don't have time to waste. I just go for it. And it's not always perfect, and that's okay. Now, if I was doing something, you know, maybe for a baby book or a gift, maybe I would, you know, be a little bit more meticulous. But nowadays, probably not. I don't think it's happening. Okay, first I'm going to fold all 3 sides. But I want to glue down just the bottom first. And again, that's just what I like to do. You don't have to do it, but I want to be able to put my little tape on there so that it doesn't get stuck. So just add a little bit of art glitter glue, which I will have. I need to start linking the blue tip because I'm no joke. I like this blue tip. Like when you first go to use it, like each time, you know, you have to unclog it just a little bit, but then I can leave this without a pin in it the whole time. And now I'm going to say this and watch it does, but it doesn't get clogged where the other one would, even though it was amazing, it still would get clogged a lot. I am very messy with the glue. Oh, I forgot my tape of what I wanted to do. Tiffany would stop yapping. Okay, so just a piece of Scotch tape. Right there. Lightly seal it down. And I'm just doing that so when you put something in there, it doesn't get stuck on the lip of the hinge. Or at least not stuck as bad. It might still get stuck. Burnish. Okay. Then flip this over. Now we need our front little flap, which is 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then we're going to score it a 1/2 inch on one side. So in your scoreboard, and at that 1/2 inch, you would just score down, which I already did. And then we will miter the corners. I have so many tutorials to finish, you guys. I'm sorry. It is really hard for me to get the tutorials done during this time of year. But I at least feel like this one is much faster because it's the same page style. You guys all know how to do, well, most of you know how to put together, you know, the actual cover of the book, but I will link just like a basic tutorial and I'll give you the measurements of the cover. So there is that. And if you really can't figure the cover out, let me know. Burnish that down. So we just put that on, you know, the edge of this flap in case you couldn't see that. So that is our little flippy out. Boop, boop. It's kind of like a little accordion. And you could build this up if you wanted to have like another, you know, zigzag part on this to make it even more photos. But just get careful that your spine, you know, is big enough. Okay, so there is the front. So let me just show you. Okay, I gotta put my hair up. It's really hot. I really hope that this video will process tonight. Okay. So we have that. So this is our front, just so no one gets confused. I do a magnet right here, and I put it on this side, and then I put it down, and then that's where it'll go. So you have a magnet there, and then I do a magnet here first. I put the other half to it, snap it down, and that's where the other magnet will go. So I did use like 4 magnets or 2 sets of magnets on one front, or on the front of the signature. And then we do use magnets back here as well. You can try to see if they'll like match up and go, but once you start, if you're like someone like me who does all the matting, don't even try that, because once you put pictures on, it will not sync up if you do not use enough magnets. So there's our front. Now let's do the back. And oh, let me quickly show you. So here is photo mat, and I gotta tell you guys. Okay, where is it? Hold on. Okay, so I use this again because I'm keeping this just now in my suitcase. I used it in the hotel for all the photo mats, everything. I was able to score, cut. I did all my matting with this, and it was perfect. And once you get the hang of it, it's really fast. I did my corner. So let me just, because we need to round the corners here. Just have to remember which one is which. I think it's this one. Oh, I didn't put that in far enough. Okay, it really does work. So there you go. Nope, can't see. There you go. And then just so you can see, I'm just gonna, I don't want to waste that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I use the hole punch for my tags that are in the album that I can't find. Why can I not find it after 5 seconds? Because it's crazy. And the hole punch went through all these layers. So 3 layers. Use the hole punch. And then this one does a little notch. And I think this one does a curve down here too. Yes, it does. So look, I'm like, this really is all in one. I have a small luggage, so I did bring this with me too, but I didn't use this. I only used this because I brought that just in case I couldn't, you know, I had issues, but I haven't. This baby, oh my gosh, I'll link it to, I think she still has it in the shop, but it's definitely worth it. And if you're thinking of Christmas gifts for yourself, like for your wish list, I'm just saying. But she has some amazing other things that came in the shop too, so you'll find some goodies. Okay, so we are now doing the back. Stay focused, Tiffany. So this was our photo mat, sorry, the large photo mat that goes in the pocket. So it's just 5 by 7. These pages end up being 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4 by 7, I think. Yeah, by 7, because I wanted to leave room for this to hang out just a little bit. So that's why this isn't like 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And remember, the cover is 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. Okay, so what we need, and we're going to need a couple more things because I didn't cut the pocket. So first, the belly band, 3 1/2 by 6 1/4, and then we're going to score at a 1/2 inch on the ends of the 6 1/4 side. So let's just cut that. Get that a little miter. Okay, and then, oh, I totally forgot that I told Michelle and Caroline, that other designers from Country Craft Creations, and I will link their projects too that they made with this collection, but they made the cutest intros to their video. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna like just ring some jingle bells to remind. And I forgot to find some bells. So, you know, I could sing for you guys. I'm pretty sure you might hate that. And then the next piece, grab, this is for the 4x4 flap underneath the little belly band. Not belly band, the flip out. But it is 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then we're going to score just at a 1/2 inch on the 4 3/4 side. And then miter those corners. I'm just going to show you the other two, and then we'll figure out the other one, we'll figure out the pocket here in a second. And then the actual photo mat that goes under the belly band is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I just rounded the 4 corners. So let's fold this burnish. See, I'm singing for you anyway. Look at that. Okay. Oh gosh, I was going to say, did it get stuck? So we're just adding some adhesive, lifting up a little flap. And I'm just eyeballing it, but you can measure and have it completely centered. Like so. And then burnish. Okay, I shouldn't have had a Red Bull. I'm sorry, but you guys haven't, had Crazy Tiff in a minute. So, I guess it's time. Just gonna say that. It's a time. Okay, hold 1 second. I won't do it crazy. Just getting some of that excess glue off of the top there. Okay, so we have that, and I'm just going to mark again. So I did my magnet here first, and then flip it over. That's where my other magnet will go. And then I did a magnet here, flip it over, and it will go right there. So it doesn't end up in the exact spot. And again, you can try. You might be able to make it work, or you don't have to use magnets at all. Just saying, you don't have to, seriously. Okay, so now let's glue the belly band on. That little baby. Okay, and again, I'm just eyeballing. And I really always recommend doing a dry fit first in case like your cutter could be off or your score could be off. And if it's not, like right now, let me just show you. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not perfect. But once you get all like your design papers and layers on, you won't see it. And again, I have to talk to myself, telling myself these things, because in my head, I'm like, oh, should I fix it? Should I redo it? And then I make myself not redo it because I'm cray-cray. And it turns out cute. Okay, so now let's figure out what the actual pocket is, which I think they were like 2.5. Okay, so here is what we're making. So we just need, this is going to be 4.5 is what we need by 2.5. I think this one is 2. Then this one is going to be 2 inches by 4.5. So let me cut that real quick. Hold 1 second. Okay. So 2.5 by 4.5. Trying to see if I have some scraps on here. Not quite. 4.5 by 2. Okay, so we're just going to, so this one is 2.5 by 4.5. And we're going to score at 1/2 on 3 sides. Like so. Can you see? Okay. Then this is the middle, or just say, what is it? Like the top pocket? I think it's in the middle though. Okay. So this one is 2. And it is by 4.5. And again, we're going to score at 1/2 on 3 sides. Yes. Okay, so let's get to some scoring. Oops, move my mat. Sorry, I have this like light in front of me, so I cannot see unless I angle. Okay, so we scored that on 3. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And you could make, I mean, you could do more than 3 signatures if you want to. Again, up to you. So I put my mat back here, like so. So this is the bottom pocket we're gonna start with first. Again, cut through the intersection, miter corner up there, corner there, intersection. Now fold on all 3. The other one I do not fold on all 3, just FYI. You can, I just find it's like, And then it gives you a shorter pocket, so I really wouldn't, but some people like to have a pocket that doesn't go all the way down. Okay. So let's get that glue. Still coming out. Okay. So I'm just gluing down the bottom. And give it a good burnish. Okay, and have my little tape. Now, I'm going to seal this up. Let's seal it. Okay, now take our other piece, do the same thing as far as like the mitering, through the intersection, top corner, other corner, intersection, and then just fold these two, and then we're going to tuck this one in. I'm actually going to fold it the other way because in case I do want to use this base, because I don't like to waste, I don't want that white pencil showing through. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys can see. So I'm just doing a dry fit. I'm just going to stick it on there, and I will say my other one, with my scoring and how things folded, it was a little bit like bigger. I still went with it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Hopefully you didn't, but if you did, oh well, it's done and it's still cute. But it just tucks in like that. So we're just putting the glue. This just gives you a great guide. That's the main reason why I did it. And this was not my idea. I don't know who, I've seen several people do it. I don't know who I got it from. I know Kim has done it before, another designer, but I love it. It's way easier to do, build up the pockets. Because it's technically, it's called, what is this called? Stacked pockets. Or what I've also done too is just did one that's in the full. I think I just put that on a little crooked. In the full size. And just cut a slit in it where I wanted the other pocket to be. So you could do that too. Just another little tip. So if you were going to do that, it would basically be a piece that would be 4 by 4.5 and then score on 3 sides, and then you would slice at the 2. Just make sure you don't slice it and can't get it on there, but it's another way. But I like doing this because this is good for all those scraps you have left over. And again, I have no clue what I'm building. I look at the scraps that are left on the table to decide, oh, now I want pockets on my belly band. That's literally what I do. Okay, so let's just round these corners. Just taking my little doop boop, putting it in like that. Clean this up for a second. Okay. And then on the tag, I rounded the corners like so. Now, in the hotel, I did not have my corner chompers that do the corners, so I just took a piece like so and flipped it over. So this is the side here, and just flipped it over. But I do it with my design paper first so that I get a good angle. So my design paper that I put on the front and back. I don't know, can you guys see that? I have no idea. That's all I did. It doesn't matter. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. But, and that just goes in there. And we are done with the page style. So I did 3 of these. You could do however many you want. But let me just give you some measurements for the cover. So you will need 2 pieces of chipboard that are 5.5, yep, by 7.5. And then for the spine, it is 2 by 5.5. I did Tamras layflat method, which I will link below as well. And so for the hinge, because how I factor my hinge, depending upon how many pages I have, I give each page 1 inch. So this is 1, 2, 3 inches, and then I decide how much I want inside, which I think I did. I gotta just double check. Yeah, I did a 1/2 inch. I was gonna go bigger. So 1/2 inch, plus 3 inches is 4 inches. So you need a piece that is 4 inches, 4 inches this way by 5. I do a little bit less than what the book is, so I did 5 1/4. So let me just, I'll cut that and we'll just kind of score that together so you can see. We will see if I did this right. So I have my piece that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 because my pages are 5 1/4. You could go a little bit less. I miter mine a little bit, so it doesn't matter. And then you just do 1/2 inch intervals. So 1/2 inch, 1. That is now 1 page, and then a 1/2 inch gusset, if I could see. Now at the 2, I can't see. Okay, hold on. There we go. 2, then 2 1/2. That is our second page. Now a 1/2 inch gusset at 3, and then 3 1/2. And that is, so let's just put this on here. Hinge is 4 by 5 1/4. And then you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, and 3 1/2. So let me just show you, in case you, those that like to take pictures, that will be what your hinge is. And when you do this, now you're going to shave off a 16 inch and a 1/16 of an inch on both ends, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So let me, I'll just show you. You could do it with your scissors, but I just have just a little sliver. That's it. Both sides. Okay. Get the little inch off of there. Okay. And then this is her Tamras floating hinge. So just now let's score these. I use score tape on mine. But again, that's just my preference for this video. We're going to use the glue, and I'm not, I could already tell I'm not folding this very well, but it's okay. Nope. That's why. You can't fold it like an accordion. I don't know why I said that. Okay. So basically it's going to start to look like this if you're new. So let's just, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this very well for those that are new. So glue your first one, oops, and glue, put the glue on here because we did this a little smaller. Tiffany is not thinking today. Get that off. So burnish that down. Now come put the glue on this one. And burnish that down. Because I'm using glue, I just need to let it set up for a sec. It's a terrible tutorial, Tiffany. So, spin that back and forth. That was a terrible... Oh my goodness. That's not working very well. Okay, so now I got that. Now we are going to do the end, score this one, not score, but fold on the score. Put the glue on the smaller end piece that we trimmed. So glue or your score tape. And kind of press it into place to settle up. There we go. Now bend that one back. I shouldn't have even bothered showing this because this was a really bad share. Okay. Get off of there. So now the hinge, the floating hinge, looks like an upside down square M. So you can, at this time, you can go through and miter your corners if you want to. Some people don't like doing that. And I do just a little bit. I'm just going through. I put my scissors at the edge of the score. Can you guys see? I don't know what you could see. It's like the blind leading the blind over here. There we go. Okay. So, have that. And then this would go on. You just glue it right in the center of your book once you have the book put together. And again, I will link her tutorial on how to do the lay flat method. But this is just a floating hinge that you put the glue or tape on the back right here. And you just stick it down on the spine like I did here. So once it's down, not on this, but right there, you could come in with your pages. And I always just open mine up. It could be decorated or not decorated. I do my back one first. So I put the glue in, push it in, and then I do my next one and then my next one. But there you guys go. I really hope that you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm sorry that I don't have time to do a full tutorial. I'm already behind, I think, 3 tutorials on other projects that I need to get to. So I'm sorry, but hopefully you guys like this one. If you do make this, please, please, please share it on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations, or you could tag me in YouTube or IG. I love seeing the projects you guys made from all of our designers' projects that we have at Country Craft Creations. It's fun to see the twists that you guys put on them, the spins, and just, you know, have fun with it. But thank you guys so much. Here you go. I finally have a Christmas one out. But again, this is using White Christmas from Carta Bella. And this is a design team project from Country Craft Creations. And Black Friday is tomorrow. So if you see this after Black Friday, ignore this message. But there's a discount code. Time to go shopping, people. Just saying. Time to shop. And if you did like this video, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. You guys know it helps grow my channel. As well as if you haven't subscribed already, hit that bell and hit the subscribe button so that way you could see future design team projects. Thanks for watching. Happy Thanksgiving all. Bye.